And good morning, y'all, and welcome to April Fools. Good morning. It is April Fools. Those that are watching replay, hopefully y'all get a good joke about this, and maybe we can talk about April Fool's Day. Is it actually is it worry about, or is it legitimate ways to pull pranks on your friends and family? I don't know. It's something that growing up, that's what I was always taught. It's a day out of the year where you could prank your siblings or your friends.
Oh.
How do you feel about it, Lovey?
Well, I guess I'm just not a very creative person, so my pranks were never very good. But it was all a bit of fun, especially when I was still in school age.
Mm-hmm. And I was always taught you do the prank in the morning because it'll work out. But if you do it after afternoon, the prank returns back to you.
Yeah, I can
So
imagine that. Plus, right in the morning, people might not remember that it's April 1st, so I
right,
think the prank would probably work better than later on in the day.
right. So okay, I think we got that out of the way. So how are you doing today, Lovey? And welcome to the live stream, by the way.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm doing okay today. I've been really busy here with fish keeping in aquariums in general, and yeah. How about you?
It's been a busy week. Um, I'm running through my brain what I did this week. Anything out of the ordinary. Um, I guess I did go on a pond rescue mission over the weekend, last weekend.
Oh,
So
that's really cool. What did you guys end up doing?
it was like a 2,000 gallon pond that we tore down. Um, I brought back like 20 water lilies,
Ooh.
um, like about 10 pickerel, about 20 to 30 irises,
Ooh.
about 15 cocktail, and and then see, okay, this pond. I'm going to tell you a little history about this pond that we tore down. It was set up back about 12 years ago
Oh, okay.
by an older couple. They did an amazing job setting it up. I'm going to show you a picture of it. That
Yeah.
way you can maybe get that glimpse with me there. Um,
Oh,
and anyways, they set it up, and in the past probably 5 years, the maintenance on the pond was kind of neglected. So the reason why the older fella, the guy who set it up, he passed away, and his wife had Alzheimer's.
oh.
So and the children put her in a nursing home. So the pond was not taken care of properly. Anyway, and water lilies should be propagated every spring because they'll have a lot of babies in there. That you would remove the babies, put the babies in another container, and put back the pond, right? But
Mhm.
this didn't happen. There there were like five water lilies originally, mother plants in the pond, and that turned into 20 water lilies. So we're talking about probably a 7 foot span of roots from water lilies,
Wow.
and they were all intrained, right? That was a mess. And we're talking about it was root bound bad, but I was actually surprising how good the pond looked like though, even with that being bad. And also, even the irises were the same way. We had a the roots are probably 2 or 3 feet deep. The roots, it's a yeah, roots everywhere. Um, so it took me 4 hours to tear it down. Me and the homeowner.
Yeah.
The homeowner bought the place with the pond on it, but he has 2 small children, and it's for safety reasons, which it's understandable, you know. not to a pond like that. So got that tore down. It was just sad because this is now going to be put into just yard. He'll fill it in. Maybe it's a yard, but he said he might keep the rock work, the layout for like the remembrance of it. But
Hmm.
yeah, so
I think that's like really, really cool though. What are you going to do with everything that you've taken out?
I'm adding it to my pond.
Ah, that's perfect.
Yeah, I'm putting it back to good use. So since you asked how my week was, it was good, but it was busy because I do have a day job. So during the day I work, but in the evenings I was taking those water lilies. Here, I'll show you how they looked Saturday night. Not very pretty.
No, not really.
I mean, okay, see, I got back. It was like an hour before supper for the evening uh, meal and for the live stream afterwards. But so my goal when I got back was to get the other plants in the water in tubs, and that's what they stayed. Not very pretty sight at all, y'all. But I tell you what, actually the ices in the back, the long ones been in the back there. That this week, actually they're still there. This pond, this temporary pond is still here. Uh, the plants are still in it. The water lilies, the pickerel, the cattails, irises. The irises are actually blooming, so they're
Oh,
happy. And the water lilies in this little pond are having more leaves opening, so they're happy. So I'm not in a rush to fix this at all. This is like extra quarantine kind of. But the ones that I'm worried about are the ones in like that. That was my goal. So I removed most of those guys already and put them in pots. Um, I replanted them, separated them, removed a lot of the roots, a lot of the rhizome. Um, I guess I need to do a video about that, huh? About how to re how to propagate water lily
I
properly.
think that would be really interesting and informative. I think that would be really cool. Because, for example, I have no experience or knowledge about that at all. So it would definitely be something cool.
If you asked me 5 years ago, I would told you the same thing. So we're all beginners. We all yeah. Anyway, um, so that took me a while, and lucky enough, just a month ago, I was at a water lily propagation class.
Okay.
So I got to relearn what's I already knew. So it was fresh in my mind how to do it. So it was a breeze taking the water lilies from the pond, cutting them down and everything properly. That way they could be repotted. And when you repot a water lily or a lotus, add fertilizer to the pot first.
Yeah.
Because something I didn't know 5 years ago that water lily plants and pots need fertilizer. Something I wish I would have known back then because I spent a lot of money on water lilies back then. I mean, for the first year, or the first 2 months maybe after getting them, they bloomed, had flowers, very beautiful, and then they all died off. I started losing them. I didn't know. So maybe that is a good idea. Maybe I need to do a little video about that.
Yeah, I think you really
Intro.
should.
Let's go ahead and welcome everyone.
Yeah.
Oh, we have Vibes Aquatics here. Well, good morning, Vibes. Good to see ya. Welcome. Hey, Craig, Catfish K. Welcome, bro. All the way from Australia. How you doing, mate? Hey, Craig, I thought about saying the same thing. Actually, last weekend, I talked with Lovey back to the backstage. Was said, next week we could tell everybody we get on. We'll get out of the hobby. It's just too much stress. We'll get out of the hobby for now, and we doubt we'll ever come back to it. But then, after that, will pop up April Fools.
I don't think anyone would have believed our prank.
Right. But it's still been good, though. Hey, actually, maybe if we're done like a little video beforehand, like a couple days in advance, like an intro, like, sorry, guys, I mean, you know, life gets in the way. We don't have time for this stuff.
Yeah.
Mr. Adele said she was having a baby for a joke.
Oh, Lord.
Okay. Bunny Viper! My fellow American and fellow fish tuber. She's awesome. Someday, Bunny, I want to meet you in person. But praying that it will work out for you to travel. Maybe this year at either Aquashella or at the Clash. Maybe. That'd be awesome. I want to meet you in person. And not just this way, you know. I got to see you this way and talk to you, but that's not the same as in person.
No, it's not the same. Not at all. Plus, I would totally love to see Aquashella. I really would in person. It's just hard to get from here to there. You know, it's pretty far.
Hey, did you hear, y'all? Lovey wants to go to Aquashella. And since we have a little bit of time, let's put it off till Daytona, which is in November. So you got a window of opportunity to donate lots of money to Lovey. Let's bring her to America, to Aquashella. By the way, y'all, those watching, Lovey is from Germany. She's American, but from Germany.
Yep.
So, I think we can do it, fish guys. We're one big family. So when one family member wants to come somewhere, we help out. Okay,
that would
I'll
be
stop.
So
I agree. It's too early for this show. Hey, Bunny. No, it ain't. You're here. It's not too early. Great. Did Adele fall for it? Woo! Awesome. And hopefully everyone's drinking their beverage of the day. And yeah, I'm drinking coffee, y'all. And no, it's not French press coffee. I overslept this morning and didn't have. There I go again. Didn't have time to get the French press up and going. I guess I need to put a little more effort into it and do it. Maybe the night before, have it set up. That way I can just get the beans, put in the grinder to the French press, add the water, that's it. Let's sit and brew while I set up the live stream. That's an idea. Buddy! Lovey is lovey. Exactly!
Thank you.
Like always. I mean, why else would I have her? Have lovely hair. I mean, she makes everything lovely. Keeper Aquatic. Good morning, Fish Fam.
Oh. Hi, Cooper Aquatics. Thanks for coming by.
I'm still here, y'all. I'm gonna have to step out because my camera's acting up. And Lovey is gonna take over for a little bit here. I'll be right back.
Okay. Yeah. Let me think. Well, hopefully Vibes is able to come back really soon. Until then, I guess we'll just have to figure out some topics that we can talk about without him first. Yeah. Well, I hope that you guys are having a great beginning of April and that all the pranks were a little bit. Yeah, Bunny. No, it's fine. It's happened once before. It's totally cool. I'm just always a little unprepared for such things because I usually don't have topics just right off the top of my head.
Am I
yeah.
good?
Yeah, there we go.
Okay. Yeah, that was weird. All of a sudden, the camera split. The one side was solid, nothing totally still. The other side moving. That was weird.
Yeah, I didn't notice it right away either because it froze in the middle of your face.
Right.
And you're usually sitting like that anyway, so.
Right. I didn't notice it either. All of a sudden, I went, what? Something's weird. So, no, what I did, y'all, for those watching, maybe if you're a YouTuber, what I did, I went backstage on the live stream, turned my camera off, unplugged it, webcam or whatever you have for you there, camera. Unplugged it, turned it off, plug it back in, turn it on again. Fixed it. And normally that fixes most of my issues, y'all, for the camera bit. By just totally disconnecting it from the system. Okay, back on it. Now I'm taking a guess with the work. Sorry, Lovey.
No, it's totally okay. It's totally fine.
And y'all, that was not April Fool's at all. That would be a good April Fool's joke, though.
Yeah. Like, bye.
Lovey, how old are you? If you mind answering that question. If not, that's okay.
It's okay. Yeah, later this year in the summer, I will be turning 28 years old.
The summer. In August?
Good guess.
Probably the 20th?
No, actually, but that's my mother's birthday.
Whoa! This is really interesting.
But yeah, 28 this year. Right now, it's still 27.
Nice. Awesome. Now, how did I guess August?
Because your birthday's in August?
Good idea. No, it's not.
Oh. How did you know that then?
Wisdom? I don't know. Luck? Hey, it is April Fool's Day after all, so anything can happen. Red Laser! Welcome! Vibe's so cool, he is half frozen. Thank you, Red Laser.
Betty, was hast du da? Excuse me one moment, my dog.
Sure.
Give me that. Mine's.
Mark Sturleson, welcome. Good morning. Happy April Fool's Day, y'all. What's up, mate? Wow, so young. August, mine's the 10th. Awesome, Bunny. Yeah, I agree, Bunny. Lovey's very young.
Am I? Oh, goodness.
Yeah. I wish I was that young. Well, good morning, Troy. What's good? It's April Fool's Day, y'all. That's what's good. That's a good age to be.
It's all right. For a woman, it's a little weird because I'm, not going to be too much longer and I'll hit 30, but that's also not a bad age to be.
So how do you feel as, what do you call it, wisdom-wise? Do you feel like you're a 100% adult now? Or do you still feel like you're still learning?
Actually, I would say that for the most part, I do feel like an adult. 28, 27, 28. Yeah, I've gotten pretty much everything together. I am a mother. You know, it's you kind of get your stuff together pretty quickly. But in my early 20s, I definitely did not feel like an adult at all. Like,
Right. That's awesome. Red Laser? How old are you, Red Laser? If you don't mind answering that. And since we're talking about age and all, to be fair, how old do you think I am?
Early to mid 30s, maybe 34, 35.
Okay, fair enough. I'm 31.
31. I'm sorry.
Hey, no, that was good. That was good.
I said early to mid. I wanted to say 34 just to be careful.
Right. So
some guys take offense when you say they look too young.
I've been guessed in my 40s already. So
no.
So
you don't have any gray.
Don't go too close. So since I guessed your birthday month, when's mine? Mine's
October.
Too cold. Mine's in midsummer too.
Okay, in the summer, July.
Okay, no, it's June.
June. Dang, that would have been my next guess.
What day?
I don't know. 24th.
That's pretty good guess. That was almost on my mom's birthday. Almost.
Oh.
Hers is 27th. And then now, if you would have done 12 days earlier, you would hit right on.
No, 12 days is not that close. June 12th.
Either way, hey, for those who wonder, either to remember my birthday, 6/12, half of 6. Yeah. Anyhow, what? Somebody's awake. That was Lily. She just messaged me on my phone. I guess you haven't met her yet, have you? Lily's American. She's in Taiwan studying about we call it. Basically, she's studying about the fish and the hobby, about how to put it on a database. Which, I mean, she's already done it, but she's studying deeper into it. That way, all the fish out there will be on a database. And you go into the website, say goldfish, for instance. It'll tell you what species there are, what temperature to keep them at, what the age that they are when they have babies, how they have them, what to feed them, everything.
That would be super helpful to have something like that. I would definitely use a tool like that all the time.
Mm-hmm. And what's interesting, a lot of this information has been there 10 years ago, 15, 20 years ago. A lot of the info has been there, but it's kind of been forgotten, put by the wayside. So a lot of people don't know where it's at, or don't know about it even. Like me, for instance. I didn't know about it. So she's basically being up to date, updating everything for today's knowledge, So
yeah,
it's really interesting because she's very young in the hobby, very young. She's 21.
Oh,
and she has a lot of knowledge about it, which is amazing. But anyway, she's invested in me, and hopefully I'll have her back on as a co-host, y'all, for the Saturday Night Live. She asked for if she could be excused until the end of college, which would be May. End of May, I think, is when she gets out and comes back to America.
Yeah.
So
well, then we don't have to wait too much longer.
Right. So She's an awesome person. I met her at Triple Crown last year in Kentucky. She has a great personality, very outgoing. So I was blessed to have her on as a guest and on as a co-host for a couple of weeks there, by the way. But what? Why did I go on the other topic? Moving on. Back to the questions. My day has ended. And that joint can go for the next 11 weeks.
That's a long holiday.
Yeah. Sorry, love. We didn't mean to be rude. Being a woman, never asking someone's age might be rude. Only if men do it.
That's okay. I'm not ashamed of my age, so it is what it is.
So, is it ever a bad thing to ask a woman their age, or is it just a culture thing?
It's hard to say because I guess it all comes with the delivery of how a guy asks it. Because sometimes I've personally actually had that experience more than a few times where somebody asks out of less than altruistic reasons, It's a bit creepy. But honestly, if you're just friends with someone, you're like, wait, how old are you? Then,
Right.
Then it's not really a big deal.
Yeah, Mark, when are you leaving? I'm going to hear. My local is offering Seniors Day starting at 55. So you're 28, 38, 48. So about 27 years?
Yeah, it's going to be a while.
You're almost there.
Yeah, just twice of what I've already lived so far.
Right, exactly. Oh, but hey, Red Laser, you're still young. Currently 54 years old. You're young. You're young. You got a lot of time. And Bunny's 52. Wow, even Bunny's young yet. Hey, everyone. I know why. It's too early for the older generation to be here. I'm sorry. For those coming in later on, watch the replay, we love you. And you are because what part of the reason we have fish, y'all. You started us in it. So thank you. Okay, off that subject. I don't like talking about that subject, being old. Awesome, Mark. You're the 20th. So are you going to keep us up to date, Mark, on your travels and so? Are you going to be still watching or lurking on live streams? Because otherwise, we're going to miss you a lot. Young pups. So, hey, good question. Since you're on the subject, when are you no longer a young pup?
Say again?
When are you no longer a young pup? What age is that?
I think it depends on who you're talking to. Because when I was still going through school for my career, I was already a couple, in some cases several years older than some of my classmates. And to me, they were all young pups. But yeah, if you talk to somebody who's in their 40s or 50s, they're going to think I'm super young, So I prefer to look at it, at least in the hobby, I prefer to look at it more with the amount of time you've been in the hobby and what you've accomplished during that time rather than age. Because I feel like there's people who are younger than me who have accomplished more. And so I can't really say, oh, yeah, total greenhorn, that person's 22, whatever, when they've actually got it down,
Mm-hmm. Since you mentioned that, that's kind of the way I talk about Lily. I kind of feel like that's what, about her. She's quite a bit younger than me, but she has done a lot more in the hobby than I have, the way I feel. So,
yeah, so we do have to give props to young people who are able to really throw themselves into the hobby like that, even if they haven't done it for 10, 12 years or longer like some of us have. Yeah.
But you know what? That's the generation that we need to bring more beginners into the hobby.
Absolutely.
Because they have the energy, they have the knowledge, and it's like the younger generation are more exciting to watch, I guess. You don't say it like that?
Yeah.
Maybe because they're all, yeah.
Yeah. No, one thing that I absolutely love is my little daughter. She has play friends over here all the time, and this room has got a bunch of aquariums in it. And it's really so fun to see not only the other moms who bring their children over, their reactions to it, but the children. So far, there has not been one child that's come over here and not run up to those tanks and been like, oh my God, fishies, and just be so excited and pointing and asking, what is this? What is this? What is this? And I think that that's really important to really spark that joy young so that way later on they can continue, because we won't be around forever to continue the hobby, but they will.
Good morning, 3G. Hey, y'all. I'm trying to get to the bottom of the chat. That way we can get to the topic, and I'm running out of time. Yes. Have a great time, Mark. That's going to be awesome. Okay. So I'm a young pup for a while yet. That's going to be awesome. Thank you, Mark. I appreciate this. You're making me feel young again. Hey, Mark, you ain't old. Big Tank Hank! Woo! It's good to see you here, bro. And good morning. I wasn't expecting to see you here this morning this early. By the way, Lovey, this is a fellow Texan right here.
Oh, excellent.
I'm what's that? He's an older gentleman in the hobby.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna guess his age because I'm gonna guess wrong. But he does his own live stream as well. He's pretty popular around here. He does a good job with live streams. And someday, Big King Hank, I want to invite you as a guest on my live stream.
I'll have to check him out too.
Got good news, yeah. Down at the bottom of the chat. Okay. To the topic of the day. What was the topic? Let's see if those watching, lurking, have read the title for today. While they look at it, I'm gonna get a cup of drink. Okay. All right, let's do it. Let's do the one advertisement for today. Pick up your Fish Fam badge, y'all, at fishfam.link, and you can have this one. You have a QR code. That way, if you're at a fish store, at a fish rescue convention, you can wear it, and people can scan it, and they'll have all your info. Let's see if I can do this properly. Nope. Yeah, there we go. Fishfarm.link. And we thank you, Annette, Mr. Snow Guardian, for doing the landlords. They're amazing. Keep it up. I don't know how to give you enough thanks, but my way of doing it, I'll keep announcing it, keep promoting you on my channel. You did a good job. And also, thank you, Matt, at Liquid Zoo. You're doing the badge. You're awesome. Someday I want to meet you in person. That way I can give you a big hug. Okay, since the chat has not reading the title, I'll have to do it. Are outdoor ponds worth having? Are outdoor ponds worth having? What do you think, Lovey?
I mean, I think absolutely yes, but it does depend on a couple of factors. For example, I would so love, really just, that would be a dream to have an outdoor pond. However, the place where I live, I don't own it. So unless, I was somehow able to buy this property, which I don't think would happen, I would be putting a bunch of work into increasing basically the value of the property, and I would either be leaving a huge hole and a messed up pond when I move out, or I'd be leaving everything there, and all that hard work was basically free labor for somebody else. It really has to be done someplace, unless you have it. I've seen some people have really, really large tubs where they make ponds that way. That might be a little bit better if you have the space outside but don't own your property. But yeah, unfortunately, you have to have some kind of really permanent situation if you want to keep that pond going long term.
Awesome. Yeah. Since you answered that, I'm going to answer as well that question. Are outdoor ponds worth having? I would say 100%. If you have room for it, like Lovey was saying, even having a tub, like you get here in America, go to Tractor Supply, pick up like 100-gallon, 150-gallon, 300-gallon outdoor tub, and you can stock it with minnows, goldfish, plants, and you can even aquascape it. Which, for those who wondered, that's why I'm doing it now. I've been trying to get my outdoor pond. I'm aquascaping it, trying to make it look like a natural waterway. It's taking some time, especially with all my rescue missions I've been having, and doing a live stream and working. Life as general gets in the way. So it's been running now for 4 years. The pond. It's coming. It's an in-ground. Back when I started, I said, best way to do it is have it in-ground. One reason, even though I'm in Texas, in the wintertime, it does get cold here in Texas. Like for those that have been watching, we've had the freeze. Was it 3 years ago in February? It's not February. 3 years ago, we had the big freeze, and a lot of people lost a lot of the fish outside and inside. But we had a cold below freezing over a week, and we had snow on the ground for like 5 days. Snow and ice, which is very unusual. First time in probably 50 years, 70 years. I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy. But since then, our winters have not been very good. Since then, the past 3 years, we've been having a lot of cold spells. So that's another reason I decided to put it in the ground, because the temperature of the water doesn't change that much, and even with that big freeze, that pond did not freeze over. I mean, it on the edges, it froze on the edges, but it was still running water in the pond. So that's a good idea if you live somewhere it's going to be cold. In the ground, we help keep it from freezing. Because if you have a tub above ground, a pond above ground, there's a good chance if it don't be solid, it'll freeze over. But I do have a small pond, like a 200-gallon pond above ground, that I use as a quarantine for any fish I bring in, fish or plants, or even just an extra place to put plants to grow out. 2 years ago, I used it as a grow out tank for cichlids. And that's a good idea, y'all. You can have outdoor ponds for your grow out tanks, for cichlids, guppies, for the babies, Put them out there, feed them, grow them out, sell them, trade them, whatever. But, yes, outdoor ponds are worth having. I will agree that the maintenance, you still have to do maintenance on the outdoor ponds, even though they're outdoor. Maintenance. Take the time taking care of them.
Yeah.
And also, if you have time, money, and effort, I would say add a bog filter to your pond.
Yeah, definitely. Mm.
Basically what you're doing, you're putting a bigger load of media to your pond. That way you can handle it. It keeps the water clear. It helps in maintenance a lot. And in the bog filter, you can put plants in there. Irises, cattails, basically any plant you think of, you put in your bog filter, you all above it, and you turn, like I was saying, turn your pond into a natural waterway. Which, if you do it properly, it's like it's natural, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, here where I live in Germany, there's actually quite a few people who have outdoor ponds, and it gets really cold. So in the winter, we actually do have products to basically keep when the entire surface freezes over, to basically keep like holes where there's still some kind of oxygen exchange happening at the surface.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, even in this cold climate, people are still keeping cold weather fish and keeping really nice ponds. My next door neighbor, I can see it from my window, my upstairs window. He has a really lovely pond, and I think he either has koi or some very large goldfish in there. And it's a sight to behold with all of the different plants and stuff. Like the scaping of a pond can really turn the space into more than just a body of water, but really, to me, it reminds me of like a Zen garden. Mm-hmm. I would so love to have that for myself as well.
So, Lovey, you haven't went over to visit your neighbor yet?
I'll say it like this: Germans here in the north, they are friendly, but they are not really interested in that kind of neighborly interaction. We really only talk if one of us needs something. For example, we have like a huge hedge that goes between our properties here, and it's always we have to talk about whose turn is when to cut the hedge or something. But other than that, no. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to talk to my neighbor about his awesome pond. I'll just look at it from afar.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, maybe it's just me, but whenever I see someone that has an aquarium or a pond, I'll stop and say, "Hey, just hang out by the pond, talk about it." I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just too big of a fish nerd. I don't know.
No, I totally get it. And there are definitely people, when I find out that they have a fish tank, I want to talk about it probably a little bit too much. But that's like a big cultural difference, actually, between Americans and Germans. Americans, it's happened to me so often, especially back where I used to live in San Diego, that you're sitting at a bus stop and there's a stranger and they're just like, "Holy smokes, I love your handbag," or "Whoa, those shoes are so cool." Mm-hmm. And then you'll start talking to them the entire time until the bus comes or whatever, and then you guys never see each other again, but you talked as if you knew each other and were friends. Whereas here in Germany, people are still friendly, but if they don't personally know you, then you're not really going to get a peep out of them. They're kind of funny like that.
Okay. So what sounds that Vibes would have a hard time finding home over there?
Well, I wouldn't say that. I just say it's you got to try a little bit harder to get people to open up to you, basically, because they're generally people who are, I don't want to say closed off because that sounds so negative, but they don't just talk with everyone, you know? They just have their friends, and those are the people that they talk most openly with. Otherwise, it's just purely business.
Actually, that kind of sounds a little bit like the way I grew up, really, to be honest.
Yeah.
See, I grew up in Iowa. For those that didn't know, I grew up in the cold north. And there, now, if you met the same person maybe 3 times, you'd finally talk. Before that, you wouldn't talk.
Yeah.
Even neighbors. No.
I know my neighbors here, but I wouldn't feel comfortable just being like, hi, what's up with those fish?
Right.
You know?
So I can see that. Because now, see here in Texas, we're kind of southern culture, a very southern hospitality. So everyone's your friend here in Texas. So, yeah, go to a grocery store, talk to anyone. Even though another between the aisles, you get groceries. Hey, how you doing? You know, oh, it's really neat if you're both getting the same item in the grocery store. You have a connection, right? You know,
Yeah.
like you said, a handbag, shoes. That's just an excuse to talk to someone else. It breaks the ice, you know. Welcome, Melvin. Good to see you. Yep. Hi, Lovey. Someday, Melvin, I want to meet you in person. Looks like I'll have my postpone the class to 24. And that's okay. Next year, maybe I can make it, or you can come visit me. Either way, I feel in my heart we'll meet. We take care of Mom. Hey, buddy, definitely. Family comes first. Yeah, but until we meet, we can hang out here on live streams. Good morning, Ian.
Good morning. Hey, Atkins, I was actually trying to find contact information from you because I wanted to ask a few questions regarding the saltwater side of the hobby. So if you have an Instagram or something, then yeah, write me, please.
Lovey, your Instagram is
Lovey Loves Fish.
there. You go. Yeah, Ian, you mind doing Lovey a favor and sending her your info or messaging her on Instagram?
Please.
Yeah, Ian's a great person to ask about saltwater.
Yeah, I love
Atkins.
his videos. I really like his channel, and I really just wanted to ask him a couple of questions about the setup he has. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Now, like she wants to ask you about fish. Yeah, just saying good morning, everyone.
Hi, Garcia Aquatics. Hey. Cool. Thank you.
Garcia! Good morning. How's Florida doing? Is it warm already? Sunshine already in Florida? Here, looking out my window. The sun is starting to peek out. It's still dark yet, but yeah.
Here it's been cold and rainy for like weeks, but that's just northern Germany.
There you go, Lovey. Atkins will find you after you get off work. Awesome! See what the fish fam's all about? Everyone's just awesome. That's why I'm here. I'm enjoying being around people that are awesome.
Oh.
Good morning, Mike. My bro, my friend. The fellow that encouraged me to do more YouTube. Without Mike, I would not be here like I am today. So I owe Mike a big thank you and a big hug for getting me to where I'm at. Thank you, bro. By the way, Mike, he's American. He's up in Pennsylvania. And I got to spend time with him a couple of times now at Coachella. He's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's so cool. I was on his stream once and I really like that whole gang there. I think it's, I don't know. I had a lot of fun with that and I really like his videos, so.
Garcia, that's your Instagram page. Oh, she stepped out. She'll be back, y'all. I'm here alone. I'm taking over the show. Woohoo! Nice. I'm happy to answer questions to the best of my ability. And if I don't know, I can put you in the right direction. Perfect, Ian. Thank you. Yeah. Love is asking me questions about the saltwater side, and I definitely want to look into that a lot more. And she's back, y'all. Woo! Welcome back. I almost took over the live stream. Almost.
Yeah, again, I was trying to check the chat, and yeah.
Mm-hmm. Hey, y'all, for those that wondered, Lovey has passed the second test of being a live streamer. Of accidentally hitting the wrong button. Your pictures are really awesome. Yeah, I agree. Lovey's pictures on Instagram are amazing.
Aw, thank you. That's so sweet.
Hey, Mike, as always.
Aww.
And by the way, Mike, maybe I didn't message you. I definitely want to know what your update for the year is. What conventions, and see if I can schedule my convention at the same time and see if we can meet up. Because I definitely want to hang out more with you. Get to know a little more who you are. I got some glimpses of hanging out before, but now since it's like a different level of fish keeping, I guess I call that. Maybe it's just I'm a little more open to. Maybe the farming's got bigger. I don't know. But anyhow, moving on.
Oh. Thank you.
Careful, Mike. Careful. You might embarrass her.
No, it's fine. It's okay.
You can make her blush.
Maybe just a little.
Does Lovey has a channel? Yes, she does. Are they in mods here this morning? Yeah. Hey, mods, you want putting Lovey's channel in the chat? It's.
Thank you.
Lovey. What's your channel name?
Lovey loves fish.
That's what I thought.
Also my Instagram, or if you have TikTok and are into that for some reason, but I'm the most active here on YouTube.
Yeah, mods. If you look up Lovey Loves Fish, you can find her. And yeah, put a link in the chat because let's get her subscribers up. Hey, I'm excited to tell you though, she is coming a long ways. I mean, within a couple of weeks' time, it's like she's going viral.
I don't know if I would say viral, but yeah, I've been at it for pretty soon. I'll be at it for 2 months, and yeah, I feel like I'm doing pretty good. And the thing that for me honestly feels the best is that every once in a while, whether it be on YouTube or on Instagram, I'll get privately messaged, and people will actually tell me that I really helped them out with something. And for me, that's like a really super good feeling to not only share my love for the hobby, but maybe teach somebody something that they didn't know before or didn't think about before.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, thank you.
See, I told you, Lovey, you're awesome. Yeah, Big Dick Hank is really, yeah. You can check him out. He's pretty cool.
Oh, I definitely will. Yeah.
And since I'm looking, I'm not a creep, y'all. I'm just looking at the channel.
Yeah, exactly. That's the one.
She got 159 subscribers, y'all.
Really? Oh, that's
yeah.
excellent.
Let's see if we can get her to 200 here in a bit.
That's my next goal, but I'm also patient. It's not just about channel growth. I really just want people. For me, it feels really good when I get comments or I actually see that people watch the video. Those are the kinds of things that really make me feel like it's worth it, even if only 20 people looked at it and not 2 million, So
right.
I really appreciate everybody who takes the time to look.
Off the subject, but Garcia, I'll bring it up. Hey, Vibes, got water and 125, and today I'm going to get plants with Little Drew Aquarium. Awesome, Garcia. So, any update on when you're thinking you might have a fish in there? I'm going to go ahead and mention it since No. That's not my place to mention what kind of fish you put in there. If you want to put in the chat, that's up to you. I'm not going to announce it because I feel since it's your project, I want you to announce. Yeah, that's awesome, Garcia. And by the way, Lovey, Brother Drew is also another fish tuber.
Oh, cool.
I guess he's a beginner. He's really good on Instagram. He's a Christian. He's been through a lot. He lost his house recently. Yeah. So, yeah, Brother Drew, if you're watching, prayers, big hugs, and you'll make it through. We're together as a family. Moving on. Okay. Hey, Love, you got any questions for me about ponds?
Questions about ponds. Well, I guess, yeah. 2 questions. First of all, maybe this is a little easier. What is your favorite fish or otherwise like creature that's not a plant? What is your favorite thing to set into a pond, whether it be a tub or an in-ground one?
Okay. Now, it depends on the size of the pond. If you have a 1,000-gallon pond, I would say my favorite fish is koi, automatically. The reason why, because from a distance, you can see them. Now, if you had a tub of a 200-gallon tub, I would say goldfish.
No.
I would not put a koi in anything smaller than 1,000 gallons.
No. Yeah, even the common goldfish can possibly get too big for a 200-gallon.
Right.
Yeah. And, yeah. What other things do you put into ponds, for example, for someone who's never kept a pond? I've seen people put in like these ginormous clams and like other things. Are these more for show or do they actually help with the environment, like the actual biome of the pond? Because I've heard that they like clean the water, but I don't know how true that is.
Yeah, they do. I mean, it'd be the same idea of having snails in your aquarium.
Okay.
They do help, but then again, if it looks to as well, but it definitely helps. It's basically you're turning your pond to the goal is to turn it into a full ecosystem.
Yeah.
But if you're adding snails, clams, even shrimp, plants, fish, rocks, wood, all that helps with the bioload of the ecosystem. You know.
Can you put shrimp into a pond?
Yes, you can. I mean,
really?
Hey,
what kind of shrimp?
I've done it.
Really? That's like what kind of shrimp were they?
My favorite, a ghost shrimp.
Oh, okay, cool. I didn't know that you could do that.
The reason why, because I'm gonna get probably a lot of unhappy people on here. I got bluegill in my pond with the koi, and bluegill are anything moving, they'll eat. Anything get in the mouth, they'll eat it. So that's the reason why I put ghost shrimp, because ghost shrimp kind of blend in with the background and with the surrounding areas. So the bluegills don't see them, so they have a higher chance of survival rate. So, and bluegill, most people will say I'm crazy, but putting bluegill with koi fish. I'm not telling you to go do it.
Are they incompatible, or why shouldn't you keep those 2 fish together? For someone who doesn't know.
Okay. Bluegill, anything that they can get in the mouth, they'll eat. So if you have baby koi, they will not make it. Or even smaller koi, they might get we call it chased around, nibbled on, fin bit, all that. So it's not because we say an ideal world to have them together, but for me, they've been thriving. Of course, the bluegill are loving it. Does that answer the question?
I think that answered my questions, yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. um, and good plants for the pond. Not only water lilies and lotus, they're both good plants for the pond that have nice flowers. But you can add frogbit, which is it's a floating plant. Here, let's show you a picture of some frogbit. Now this is in my aquarium, but I'm growing it out that way I can add it to my pond, because I know once I add to that pond, the koi will eat the plants. But if I add enough at one time, I'm hoping there'll be enough plants there to keep the koi happy, but also to thrive. You know.
Yeah.
I got 4 tanks right now in my house with frogbit. And that right there, I was telling Lovey earlier, that's my smallest setup and the worst one. Which I don't know why I took a picture of that one. I guess to show you where you can begin, I guess. My other one's a lot bigger and better. But yeah, anyhow. Frogbits, and also you can add water lettuce, which I know depending where you're at in the world, water lettuce is illegal to keep and to have. If you have it, you cannot move it. You can move it, but you cannot transport it because it's illegal. Here in Texas, it's illegal to have water lettuce.
Oh, whoops.
Yeah. I've had it in the past, so I mean, if you can contain it in your own personal pond, I don't see any problem with it, but you cannot transport it in any way.
Yeah, because if it touches illegal. Any kind of natural waterway, then that's the problem. Yeah.
Another plant that you could turn into a floating plant is a pickerel plant. They do have flowers. They bud. They're very beautiful. Some people will have them just floating in a pond, which it can be kind of the roots get into terrain. I mean, in a way, it's good for like, you have guppies or smaller fish because they can hide easy. And if you want to, you can also plant them either in the rockwork or into pots in your either your pond, your stream, your bog. Cattails, irises, or some of my favorite plants I add to the edge of the pond, to my stream, into my bog. Having a skimmer in the pond is a good way to remove surface debris, like falling leaves, trash, whatever. It will suck it off the surface. That way, it doesn't fall down to the bottom of the pond. It's not a bad thing if it gets to the bottom of the pond, like leaves and stuff. It would just turn it into muck, into mum, which is not a bad thing because you need some of that for your ecosystem to run properly. Because you have a lot of scuds or diaphragma or shrimp, little shrimp eating the bad stuff. Not really bad stuff. It's just the decaying matter in your pond. So it's not a bad thing to have leaves in your pond. It's not, we call it, it doesn't look the best, but it's part of the system.
Yeah.
Lava rock is a good media to have in your pond, either in your filters, in your bog, even the bottom of the pond. Lava rock is awesome. It's very porous. It holds a lot of beneficial bacteria. I'm trying to go down. I got a list. I'll show you. I got a list of stuff I put down that I'm trying just to cover. That way it gives you all a glimpse what you can do with your pond. And even all this stuff can do in your aquarium too, for those who wondered. All this stuff you can do in your aquarium. It might mean you might have to have a bigger aquarium to do this. And the filter have a variety of sponges, like mechanical, lava rock, biological, even just regular rocks in the pond will help.
I have to walk away real quick. One of my goldfish got stuck behind an outflow just now.
Okay, all right.
Hang on one second.
And Hey, I'm taking over the live stream, y'all. Also having your pond at least a third of it covered from the sun will help keep the algae down. Because I've been struggling now for a while. My pond, pond's out in the open, so I have a bridge across it. I do have a lot of plants in the pond, but I've been trying to cover at least a third of it, and by having a bog filter to your pond will help with that as well. And also, adding a waterfall to your pond not only is pleasing to your ears and to the eyes, a waterfall, but it adds oxygen to the water, which your plants, your fish, the bacteria in the pond need oxygen to survive. Can I tell you about it? They need it, but by adding more oxygen to the water source, we'll improve the quality of it. And by adding a waterfall, you can throw in a filter into the waterfall to help remove we call it the water dust, the particles in the water column. Hey, y'all! I touched bases on my whole list. So, back to any questions, y'all, before we get out of here, because we don't want to keep Lovey up too late, because she might get grouchy.
Silly. It's actually afternoon here.
So y'all, she's getting grouchy already. Can you hear that? It's afternoon. It's a nap time.
Oh man, I wish.
What? What did I miss?
A
See,
lot.
you going to bed? Going to bed, huh? Hey, Will's going to bed. Good night. Sleep good. Thanks for stopping by. Oh, Garcia, what was the question? Oh, what kind of fish are you putting? Not what kind of fish. How soon are you putting fish in that tank? That was the question. How soon? And I figured I'll let you announce what fish you're putting in there. I'm not sure if you announced it yet on a live stream or something. I know you announced it to us backstage, and I know that, but I'm going to leave it up to you to announce that. Oh, yeah. Good night, Mike. If you're still watching yet. Scuds, for one. Yeah, scuds are awesome for your pond. If you have them, don't worry about it. Do not remove them. Okay, take it back. You can remove them if you want to feed them to your aquarium fish. They're a good source of food for aquariums. So it doesn't hurt to remove them on a regular basis. Feed your fish tanks, scuds, because it'd be hard to remove too many because they repopulate so fast. They're a part of the ecosystem, y'all. Clams are heavy filter feeders. Most feed on green water. Yes. So there again, if you have a problem with algae, green water in your pond, maybe add some clams. Doing the chat. Hey, we got Jason. Depths unknown. No fish tuber, and he does a live stream Saturday morning as well. Saturday morning cartoons at I think it's at 9 o'clock. Is it 9 o'clock, Jason? At 9 a.m. Central. Thinking, and he has a live stream Sunday morning.
Oh.
What's that one called? No, I can't think of it, Jason. Sorry. Anyway, Sunday morning at 8 o'clock. Not 8 o'clock. Yeah, 8 o'clock Central Time. He does a live stream.
Yeah.
Him
I'll have
and
to check that out because I really like taking part in other people's live streams too in the chat.
And I had a blessing of meeting Jason in person at Triple Crown. He's pretty cool. Going through the chat. It's going through the chat. I see. Yes, Garcia. Hey, since you mentioned it in a live stream, I'll check it right now.
Cool.
I don't know how clear this is going to be.
Oh,
Can y'all see that?
yeah.
This is Garcia's tank.
Oh, that's
125.
lovely. And I really like what he's chosen as the stocking options there. I'm pretty partial to that particular fish myself.
So he announced it in the chat, eh?
He did announce it, yeah.
Okay. We got Raynor in the chat. Welcome. Good morning. If you get questions, y'all put at Vibes Aquatics in front of it. That way I can catch it before I get out of here. Because I'm trying to get through the chat pretty fast. That way we can go on with the day. Because I got breakfast here in a bit with my local guy, local church brethren. There's about 12 of us. We get together every Saturday morning. So, and that's in half an hour. So I need to get off, get dressed, and get over there. This morning it's gonna be Denny's. For those who wondered, we're going to Denny's for breakfast. So it's gonna be good. Yes, Bunny. You freaked out the first time I saw a scud. Didn't know what that was. True, Bunny. I did too. Actually, when I did a change on my pond, I had the waterfall just flowing into the pond from the filter. Very loud, very unnatural. But when I removed it to add a 20-foot stream to the pond. Anyways, I pulled up the media out, and we're talking about gobs. I mean, big balls of scuds. I freaked out. What's this stuff? Like little clawy things all the place. Ew. So of course, I asked on a live stream, what's this stuff? Got the answer back. Scuds a good thing. Like, I was all excited. You mean my pond is thriving? Yee! I was all excited. Dwarf neon rainbows. Yep. Okay. Yeah. In 2 weeks. Awesome. Yeah, Garcia. Keep us updated on YouTube, bro. We want to see it. 9 a.m. Sunday mornings. # easy. Yeah. For those watching, if you want to watch Jason's live stream Sunday morning, put in # easy in that tomorrow morning. That way, Jason knows that you were here this morning. I had a pond just for growing scuds. That's another idea. Akron had a good point. If you want to have a pond outside or even inside, for that matter, just for scuds, for live fish, live food for your fish, that's a great idea. I'm just going through the chat. I don't want to miss any questions. Thanks, mods, for putting all the links in it in the chat. I don't know if I always say it, but mods, I appreciate y'all 100%. Without you, this would not flow as easy as it does. So thank you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for doing a wonderful job. Much love. Hey, those who wondered, the mods I have on my live stream in the chat, they're the best mods on YouTube. I know. We'll see that. What is it, Greg?
Well, if he tells us, it's no longer a secret.
Right. There you go. There's Lovely Loves Fish link, y'all. Go double check. No, okay, take it back. Not double check. Triple check that you're sub to her. No other questions? Do you have any questions from me? Lovely.
Do I have any questions for you? Yeah, when are you going to post that video about the stuff you rescued? The water lily propagation and such.
Hey, y'all. Let me just step it up as being a co-host and really trying to get me back to posting videos.
Yeah, I would love to see more stuff from you.
I don't know. To be honest, I do not know when I'll do that. I might need to step back from being so active in rescuing stuff, fish and plants and whatever. Because that's been taking a lot of my energy out. That and being a live streamer, I do have a day job, and also I do have a church family. Our church, we have about 14 families in our church, local church. That I get together with them every Saturday morning. Of course, every Sunday morning we get together. Sometimes Saturday night get together for pizza. Actually, every Saturday night for pizza. Even Sunday evening we get together and hang out. We go camping together. We go fishing. We eat out. Just spend time. Activities Friday night. And also, for those that don't know, my local club here in Austin put me on the board. So, yeah, my list of activities has just bumped up a little bit more. My first meeting is tomorrow. So, for those that remember to pray for me that I can be able to hold in there and be able to handle all this extra work. It's going to be, I think it's going to be a good year for the club, but it's going to be definitely a lot more work for me, cut out for me, to still remain being a YouTuber, a fish tuber, and keeping maintenance on all my tanks and all my rescuing, which the rescuing I might have to push it off to some other fellow club members because of the job I have to do with the club. So, yeah, remember me in prayer as I can, Thank you for that. Let's see if any other questions quick. Yeah, Ian, you have the wrench because you're here and you're a fellow fish tuber. So, use it for good. Hey, since you did post it, any tips for mini sharks? Oh, catfish. Okay. Sorry, Rainer, not really. I mean, I keep some of them, but I'm not. Hey, ask Atkins. He'll be more into that. Hey, Belinda. Good morning. Good to see ya. How you doing this morning? Yeah, bottom chat. Good. Okay. What can I do? Good. Okay. Update y'all quick. Next weekend, since it is Good Friday at Easter, I was talking with Lovey last week when we decided, since it is a holiday, let's we're not gonna have a live stream next Saturday morning, but let's spend time with our friends and family, and try to get away from social media. Try to get off of YouTube, off of this, and be with family. Take care of your friends and family first. Take care of your pets. But we'll probably be back on the following weekend. Yeah. So, I'm not gonna promise that I don't post a video or whatever, or a short or whatever, but we're not gonna do a live stream. And also, I'll probably mention it again tonight yet, but also next Saturday night live stream. It'll be the following week as well. It won't be bad for me either. Give me a break, from live streaming every weekend. But also, since it's a holiday for Easter and Good Friday, let's remember who we are, where we come from, what Jesus has done for us. He died and rose again for us, that we can be born again. No more questions. Okay. All right. I think that's it, y'all. Thanks everyone for being here. Have a wonderful April Fool's Day.
Yeah.
Have a wonderful Easter and Good Friday. And we'll be seeing you, Lord willing, next time. Thank you, Lovey. You got anything to say to the fam before we leave?
Don't get in too much trouble today. And don't forget to love your fish, guys.
Awesome. Yep. I second that. Love your go hug your friends and your families for me. Tell them you love them. Be kind and sweet. Peace out.